So I've gone ahead and I've cut up some diamond mesh. It's usually used for plaster. Comes in sheets like this. So I've pre-cut it into slits. And I kind of found it helpful to stretch it out like this. I do have some staples also that I'll be using to secure them in. Just looking at the fit. And some of these gaps are not very wide, so I'm just making sure I get them in. The wider ones. And again, I'll come back and I'll secure it in. Now some of these you can see there is no gap at all. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with those yet. I've never chinked a log cabin, so everything I'm doing is kind of, you know, I'll have to see where it goes. But it's getting kind of late tonight. Sun's already going down. It's about 7 p.m. So probably going to head in soon and we'll hit this back up tomorrow morning and start chinking. I lied. I didn't go inside. I said I'm going to do one more row, which led to several more rows, and now it's dark. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of gave myself a jump start for tomorrow. But we're starting on the back right side of the cabin because on the other side of here is the kitchen. And we're going to need to put the wood stove in soon, and I'm not going to be able to get behind it to chink once it's in. So I'm starting with this side, so we're kind of fighting against fall coming up quickly. But this is my progress for tonight. And we'll come back tomorrow and continue with the rest of the side. And also the inside of this one, because we'll need to get behind, again, the wood stove that we're going to be butting up against this. So again, what I did is I took that diamond mesh and I stretched it out because some of these cracks are not as wide. Some of them are really, really thin. Again, never built a log cabin before, so kind of doing everything as it comes. But that worked out really well. Stapled in between so that they're nice and snug. So hopefully that works. And again, we'll come back tomorrow and do the rest of the wall and start chinking. All right, so I'm up here doing the chinking by myself. So I'm doing a very small batch at a time. I'm just using a kid's sand toy. The mix I'm using is a 3-to-1. 3 parts sand, 1 part Portland. mixing it by hand first. Just a little bit. And then I've got an old screw bucket, 15 by 4, that I filled with water. And that's about the amount of water that we need. This is the consistency that you want. It looks like thick sand, but when you smooth it, go smooth. So exactly this small batch. Like I said, I'm out here doing this by myself, so I didn't know how much I'd be able to do without it drying out. So this exact tub got me about 3 lines midway through, and I still have to, when this dries a little bit more, I'll go back with the sponge and really smooth it out, but it's working. Definitely, because we're using smaller logs, it will look like a lot more chinking than probably would until we get up to some of these thicker ones. But I don't hate the look. You know, it's meant to be rustic, so we'll see how it turns out. I did mostly finish all of the meshing in between this morning. I did stop a little bit over there because this is my main concern right now, because I have to do the inside and the outside of this so that we can get the stove in, get it installed. My plan is to have all the chinking on the outside done before frost. So I can do the inside during the winter. I'll turn on, we'll heat up the wood stove and get it all hot inside. Did want to show you guys around a little bit. Dad was up here during the week and he put in the door. So now we've got a beautiful door. Still need a little bit of a log up here. Again, I know it doesn't look straight. It's just an optical illusion from all the logs. He also did some work upstairs in the loft outside. So again, we got a window going in right there. And that'll be a nice 1-bedroom loft. So that's the update now. I'm going to continue and see how much chinking I can get done today. Again, doing little batches at a time. I've mostly been using this flat one. Seems to work better for the tinier logs. A lot of these, again, we don't have huge spaces in between. Some of them, they're basically touching, but we still need to get the chinking on the outside to protect it. So seems to be working best. So first I go up and down, and then gonna go across and get some of this extra off. And again, when it dries a little bit more, probably after I'm done with this whole batch in here, I can go back to this first stuff that I did and get that back with a wet sponge, just to make sure there isn't any extra concrete on the wood where it shouldn't be. Haven't quite figured out how I'm gonna do in between here yet. So gonna be kind of hard to get into, but well, we're gonna figure it out. Alright guys, progress on the inside. Got what I needed to get done today. Again, I know it doesn't look like much, but this and the outside is about 7 hours. And I think it looks pretty good. Obviously when this all dries, then I can clean all of this off and it'll actually look like wood again, but yeah, I'm liking the color, I'm liking how it's drying. I think it looks nice. The mixture that I did, the 3 parts sand, 1 part Portland, I think it has a really nice color to it in comparison to the wood. The wood was pretty light before I burned it. But yeah, I think it looks nice. Obviously it's still drying, so it'll dry a little lighter than this color. But I think it'll look really nice. I'm done for the day. Only had 1 day to be up here, so I got what I needed to get done. Next weekend will be Labor Day weekend. I'll be up here again working. So hopefully able to get a little bit more finished. And bring the wood burning stove in so I can get that in place and cut the hole in the roof where it needs to go. Did want to show you guys the loft though. Still need to cut out the actual door opening a little wider, but I don't have the door up here yet, so. And the sliding glass door that Dad put in last weekend, and also I do have a window here. I wanted something where we could get a little breeze and also be able to see out this side, so that is put in. But I did want to show you guys the loft with that looks like with the window in. Pretty cool. It's a pretty big window. Trying to get in the corner so you guys can kind of see the space. And then again, the other loft. Haven't started that one yet. Maybe next weekend if we've got time, if there's more people up here. We can get started. Really nice breeze coming through right now though. So let's bring some really nice light in. Alright, it's about 5:30 on a Sunday, so I gotta head home. We'll see you guys next week. This is the view from the other loft. Again, we need to fill in this little bit with wood still,